remain standing while the Rockville High School Symphony Band, under the direction of Mr. Darcy Davis, plays the Star Spangled Banner. Thank you, Mr. Davis, and members of the Rockville High School Symphony Band. You have such a talented group of young people. I'm in awe every year. I am Carl Mandel, and I've had the pleasure of serving as director of Vernon Regional Adult-Based Education for the past 7 years. I've been very fortunate to have been an educator for 45 years, 35 of which I enjoyed being a school administrator in different capacities, but I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that these past 7 years have been some of the best in my history. It's such a wonderful program, and I'm so very proud every year of our students. But it's now time for me to scale back a little and hand over the reins to a colleague and friend, Mr. Stephen Phelps, who I'm sure will fall as much in love with the program as I have. I would like to extend a warm welcome to some of our state and local dignitaries, including members of our Board of Education that could be here tonight. The Honorable Daniel Champagne, our Mayor, Dr. Mary Conway, our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Jeffrey Burt, our Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Patricia Buell, Director of Human Resources and Pupil Personnel Services, Mrs. Ann Fisher, Chairperson of the Vernon Board of Education, Laura Bush, Michelle Arnn, and Thomasina Russell. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's truly appreciated. At this time, I'd like to call to the podium our Mayor, Daniel Champagne.
Thank you. You know, it is such an honor to come and speak at the adult education, because as I'm sitting there and I'm looking up at these faces here and just looking at how proud they are and the accomplishments that they've taken and got to. I mean, I'm sure a few of you thought you weren't going to get there, but you had a good team helping you. And, you know, everybody sitting here that's come to honor them too. And I know we have some citizenship that are here as well. I want to congratulate them as well. I'm not your typical politician. I like to keep things short. So with that, I'm going to thank everybody for coming tonight. I'm going to congratulate every single one of you in your accomplishments. Enjoy tonight.
It is now a true pleasure for me to call on our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Mary Conway.
Good evening. Mayor Daniel Champagne, Board of Education Chair Ann Fisher, Board Secretary Laura Bush, members Ms. Michelle Arnn and Mrs. Thomasina Russell, Adult Education Director Dr. Carl Mandel, Assistant Superintendent Mr. Jeffrey Burt, Director of Personnel, Mrs. Patty Buell, Coordinator, Mr. Steve Phelps, Site Directors, the ones I have seen, Mr. Paul Stringer and Mr. Tom Allen, and family and friends of the graduates. Welcome to this incredible evening. And thank you for giving me just a couple of minutes. I know Mayor Champagne spoke short. I'll just steal a couple of his minutes then. I would like to say a few words to the graduates. Graduates, this graduation ceremony is truly a favorite of mine and of many others in the community, as evidenced by the number of dignitaries here in this audience to witness this ceremony. They're here to honor you. Your being here tonight tells the world that you've already accomplished much in your lives. In order to get here tonight, you've met difficulties and obstacles. You've advocated for yourselves. You've juggled many responsibilities. You've failed and picked yourselves up, maybe moving again in the same direction, or maybe even taking a new course. We all know that it is when we fail at first that we learn the most. The most important lessons in life are the most difficult to master. And while you haven't mastered them all, you are well on your way, possessing many of the tools with which to conquer the world. The regular high school graduation is next Tuesday night. Hopefully it will be outside, but it could be on this very stage if it rains. It's going to be a wonderful evening. And for most of those students, it truly marks the beginning of their adult lives. For you, however, this graduation means something quite different. This means that you have most likely had multiple opportunities to develop the characteristics that I fervently, as superintendent, wish that all our graduates would develop one day. It means that you're steadfast, you know how to problem solve, you overcome challenges, you communicate effectively, and you respect yourself and others. See, these are the things we want for all our students. I encourage you to use all the tools that you have learned and developed in our adult education program and thus far in life to set goals for yourself, achieve them, and set new, even bigger goals. You'll find that the more you do, the more you are capable of doing. I expect great things from you now. I do ask one thing of you, if you would be a role model for others. I encourage others to do what you have done. You have climbed this mountain and have attained your high school diplomas. Turn around and reach out your hand to someone else that you know. Encourage that person to climb his or her mountain. I congratulate you on your accomplishments. I'm sure you have no idea how great they are. Enjoy your evening, but remember, commencement is truly the beginning. It's not the end. Go out and conquer the world. You really can. Thank you.
Our State Office of Adult Education extends its congratulations to all of you. Unfortunately, with only 4 people and quadruple the number of graduations that they have to go to, we can't assure that we have a person representing the office here every year, and they've been really good to us in the past. But they do want me to tell you congratulations on their behalf. While the number of graduates this year is less, mostly due to changes in curricula, especially in our GED and NEDP programs, the drive for success by these students has been nothing short of outstanding. We are so proud of their efforts and their accomplishments. Garden Song is a popular children's song, an American folk song that was written in 1975. The song has been recorded by many famous people, Peter, Paul and Mary, John Denver. You might not know any of them. But you will probably know the most famous, which are the Muppets. They sang this song too. And the chorus goes like this: inch by inch, row by row, all it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. The song also inspired a book by the same similar name called Inch by Inch. While this might be a children's story, it reflects how we feel as educators, regardless of the age of our students. We love to plant the seeds of learning, and then we continue to water them with learning, and then get excited as they grow, as you all have, in knowledge and experience. In this classic book, a little inchworm is so proud of his ability to measure anything, obviously in inches. The inchworm avoids being eaten by a robin, telling him that he is very useful. We see the inchworm going to different birds and avoiding being eaten by measuring each one. In the end, because of his crucial thinking skills, he's able to survive. If you're curious, you'll have to read the book. It takes about 10 minutes. The theme of this book, however, could be that every living thing has a purpose. The inchworm seems very small and not useful, but he proves to all the birds, that he can measure things that they might not be able to do. And so he too is quite useful. The key here, especially for our graduates, is that the more you know, the more you can do, the more successful you can be. All of you, especially our graduates here tonight, have skills to cultivate, whether it be more academic courses or learning about a particular skill that you enjoy. When I started in education, our purpose was to get our students to graduate high school. Now we know that is definitely not enough. What you need is to go on, whether it is college or whether it is more training in something that you enjoy. For those of you that might go as far or even further than a bachelor's degree, you will earn an estimated 65% more throughout your life. This is why we, meaning not only Verabe, but also adult education programs across the country, focus on career pathways programs. We want you to know what you need skill-wise to continue to grow. As Dr. Conway said, this is commencement, this is the beginning for you. Our students today need authentic applications, real-world scenarios, workplace knowledge. For that reason, we try to expose them to colleges, to visits, or having representatives come in to talk to them so that they can learn about real careers, realistic next steps. Guidance from your teachers, your parents, and your counselors can help you to figure out where you can go from here. Many of you have taken workforce prep type of courses for which you learn how to write resumes and how to apply for positions. This is so important as you move forward and try to obtain work. Or else, and a caution, always proofread what you submit when you're looking for work, when you're looking for a job. Or else you might make mistakes like these, and these are real. Someone once wrote, seeking a part-time position with potential for advancement. Well, you know, they're not going to get too much of a position there. Or I have a bachelorette degree in computers. That's the female part of having a bachelor's degree. Or my favorite, which is, I enjoy cooking Italians and Chinese. We are always ready. Your teachers are always ready for you to return if you want us to help you a little bit in continuing your success. I would like to end with a quote from one of my favorite readings. It goes like this: every blade of grass has an angel that bends over it and whispers, "Grow, grow." We hope that we have been one of your angels, and please know that we have truly been blessed to be part of your lives. Thank you on behalf of our entire staff for giving us that opportunity. Please, these are simple words, but please keep in mind what I have shared with you today. And now to continue with the awards portion of our program. So many of you have the biggest award of all and what you have obtained to be here tonight. But tonight we have some extra awards to hand out. Each site, and as many of you know, we represent 14 towns, but each site can nominate students to receive one of 3 awards: a Spirit Award, a Principal's Award, or an Academic Excellence Award. The following students are recipients of these awards. As I call your name, please come up to the podium to receive your certificate. Brittany Samantha Joe Hall, Will Smith, Principal's Award. Stephen A. Leibitz, Griswold High School. Stephen receives the Principal's Award. Rose M. Bonaducci, Rockville High School Spirit Award. Kendra Vasquez, Rockville High School Principal's Award. Lindsay Walsh, Rockville High School Academic Excellence. We refer to our next set of awards as the special awards because they refer to some very special people that are here with us or have been a vital part of our program in the past. Our first award is called the John Ryan Award. John E. Ryan, retired bureau chief from the State Department of Education, was a pioneer for adult education. Continues to be a great friend of our program. He developed a model program for the state of Connecticut, which was influential in our becoming a regional program. We give the Distinguished Friend of Adult Education Award in John Ryan's honor. And this year, I'm delighted to present it to a very serious supporter of adult education who has just always been there for me and for the program. So it's my pleasure to call up Dr. Mary Conlon. Albert J. Kirkin Award. Dr. Kirkin retired 22 years ago as superintendent of schools for the town of Vernon. And in his position as superintendent, he also served as the chairperson of our regional policy board. Each year, the Dr. Albert J. Kirkin Award is given to an adult education supporter in recognition of exemplary service and support to adult education. It is now my privilege to call up Christine Vincent, who coordinates our transition to college program as well as our community outreach, to present this year's award. I'll let Christine announce the name.
For the past 12 months, Joseph Seymour of the American Job Center has worked tirelessly on behalf of our adult education students. He's provided resume creation, interviewing strategies, job placement strategies, and other tools that you will need as you move on from this evening. So again, Mr. Joseph Seymour has provided incredibly invaluable tools to our students as they move on to the next step. Mr. Seymour, thank you so much for your continued partnership with Adult Ed, and we look forward to our students seeing Mr. Seymour next year.
The Florida I. Ryan Scholarship, we present this award in memory of Florida Ryan, who was the regional secretary for Vernon Adult Ed for many years. She was a dedicated supporter of adult education and treated every student with respect and concern. Florida had a true passion for our students. I am fortunate to present this award, and it's to this year's recipient, Cheyenne Walsh. The Vernon Continuing Education Award. Vernon Continuing Education has established an award which we present to a student who has documented to us that he or she will be furthering his or her education. I don't want to give it away. Following graduation from our program. At this time, I'd like to call on Lois Gottlieb, our Continuing Education Program Coordinator, to present this award. And I'll let her tell you what it is.
Good evening. The scholarship that I'm presenting this evening is the Continuing Education Scholarship, very appropriately named, as it awards the recipient with an iPad or a tablet that will be helpful to them in furthering their studies. The recipient of this year's Continuing Education Scholarship is a credit diploma student who came to us later in life. She has proven to be a leader and a true advocate for Virago. She will be that person who talks about the importance of this second chance opportunity to receive a high school diploma. This graduate plans to further education in the areas of film and communication. I am pleased to present the 2015 Continuing Education Scholarship to Rose Bonaducci.
The Sandra Callahan Technology Award. Today, all of our students are required to either take technology classes or have an increased involvement with computers. Our transition into this world of technology was driven in part by one of our employees, Sandy Callahan. Sandy was our original regional technology coordinator, and in her honor, we created this award. As I note each year, it's very interesting for you to understand that Sandy still works for us on our website, but of course, from Florida. So, I would now like to call on Sarah Smith, our site administrator at E.O. Smith, to present this year's award.
Good evening. I'm very honored to be here for the second time. This is my second graduating class, and I'd like to echo the words of many that have already spoken tonight that this is one of my favorite events. The path that these students take to get here is windy and interesting, but the fact that they're all here is what an achievement. And this particular young lady was in my first class coming in. I had the honor of processing her, registering her for classes, and seeing her through to beginning to end. And she excelled at the online component, which really calls on people to be self-directed and motivated and very intellectual and bright. And it's my honor to give this award to Cheyenne Walsh.
The Adult Education Appreciation Award is a new award this year and is funded by a prior graduate in appreciation of the education that she received from our program. She is presently the owner of Somersault Jungle Gymnastics, and this is simply her way of giving back. Presenting this award is our Rockville High School counselor, Michelle Bacharaput.
Good evening, everyone. The recipient of this award, Crystal Tremonti, has been with us at Adult Ed for several years. Excuse me. In the time I've known her, I have seen her grow academically and personally. The determination and focus that she has always had blossomed this year, and she became a student that she was always meant to be. I'm confident that she will carry her skills and passion with her into a very bright future. Congratulations, Crystal.
We have a few additional speakers this evening. 3 students will share with you a little bit of their story and their thoughts. I might add that this is one of my favorite parts of the ceremony because it's why we do what we do. Our first speaker is Jessica Ash from our GED program in Wethersfield.
I would like to start by congratulating the Vernon Regional Adult Education Class of 2015 for its accomplishments. Today is a day to be thankful and inspired. I commend each and every one of you for having the courage to pursue your education. I would like to thank everyone for being here tonight, family, friends, students, and staff. None of this would be possible without the great staff and amazing teachers that helped us get here tonight. I went from being a varsity cheerleader and honorable student my sophomore year to a high school dropout the next. I started partying at the age of 15 and got addicted to drugs. I lost interest in things that I had once loved and cared so much about, and my life was beyond unmanageable. All that I really cared for was to party and have fun. Getting an education and improving my life was the last thing on my mind. I lived in the moment and had no interest in my future. I did not see the value and need of a strong education. I wish I knew then what I know now. Over the years of my drug use, I was arrested numerous times and in and out of treatment facilities, but I could never stay clean. I wasn't living a very honest life, and it didn't feel good at all. I risked my life and my freedom on a daily basis. When I was 21 years old, I had my first son, and 2 months later, I was pregnant with my second son. I never had to work because my children's father supported us and gave us a place to live. Even after having my children, I continued to use drugs, and if I did stop, it was for a very brief period of time. At this point, using drugs and partying was no longer a good time for me. I was miserable and I had no hope. I didn't think that I would ever be able to live a happy and fulfilling life. My life was in shambles, my children were suffering, and I couldn't take care of myself, let alone my children. I finally got to a point in my life when I realized that I didn't want to live that way anymore. I was sick and tired of letting down my children and my family, but most of all, I was selling myself short. I got myself into a treatment facility and took it seriously for the first time. I had suffered so much and I didn't want to feel that way anymore. After treatment, I took my children and moved out of our home. For me to stay clean, I had to change everything in my life, people, places, and things. I was introduced to a 12-step fellowship that changed my life. The people in this fellowship helped me so much. They told me that I could do or be anything that I wanted to be. I truly believe that if I could stop using drugs and lose the obsession to use, that anything is possible. That was the hardest thing I've ever done and succeeded in my whole entire life. I had often thought about getting my GED, but it had never transpired into anything more than that. My whole life, I was never responsible. I was never able to finish anything that I had started. I never believed in myself, and I had looked down at myself because of all the poor decisions I had made in my life. When I started taking my GED classes, I was very excited, but also very nervous. All of the staff and teachers were so nice and very welcoming. I hadn't been in school for 10 years, so I had a lot to learn and relearn. It wasn't easy, but I refused to give up. I was very surprised at how high my scores were on the practice test that we took the first week of school. I didn't think that I was capable of getting such good scores. It felt so good when my teachers and peers told me how well I was doing, because for so many years, all I heard from people was how bad I was doing. So it feels good to get recognized for doing so well. I remember going to take my test and waiting for my scores to show up on the website. Every time I got my score back and got the news that I had passed, I was so grateful and I cried tears of joy. Getting my GED meant a lot to me because it was always something that seemed so unattainable for me. It was also very special to me that I got to take my classes at Weathersfield High School because that was where I went to school. I'd like to give a special thanks to all of my teachers because without your hard work and dedication, none of this would be possible. I'd like to thank Debbie Stewart for always being there and helping all of the students. I'd also like to thank Christine Vincent for asking me to speak and helping me in working towards my future. I would like to wish all of the graduates good luck in whatever journey you decide to take from here. Follow your dreams because anything is possible.
Our next speaker, Rose Bonaducci, from our Credit Diploma program at Rockville High School. I would also like to mention that Rose also received recognition, statewide recognition, as one of just a small number of adult ed students that were recognized at our state conference.
Hello, everyone. It is a great honor on this special day to speak here on behalf of all my class tonight, and to be chosen to have such an honor as well by all my special people that helped me and the faculty, school faculty here. I almost want to cry. Friends, family, school, faculty, co-workers, and all my fellow graduates, thank you for being here, sharing our 2000 graduation. First but most, I would like to thank all teachers that helped us to reach our final goal, to help us to finish to the finish line. We experienced the devotion, the hard work, the patience they gave us during our courses here at Rockville High School. Fellow classmates, today is your day. Your academic excellence has brought you here along with your relentless work and study. We never gave up, we just kept going. Today is the day to be inspired and follow your steps for another stepping stone towards a higher goal. Many of our classmates can relate to how it was kind of scary the first day of walking through those school doors. Kind of like the first day of kindergarten and afraid to go. You were apprehensive and unsure, but you found that you could succeed and it was possible, but yet you were afraid to fail, and that's what kept you from coming through those doors. You had a lot of family members that helped bring you here too, to help you on a straight line, and I know they're very proud of you. Many of you will be moving on to college or bigger things. Myself, I will be pursuing an education in film communication. Thanks to my teacher, Mrs. Kasich, that helped me with my PowerPoint. that I didn't think was possible. I found out what my interest was, my talent, and I thank you. I will never forget you. Mr. Schott, I will never forget you. You were one of my teachers. Mrs. Freemer, I will never forget you. And all of the staff members. The Board of Education, I thank you for this course, the chance of making this possible for all of us, the program. Here we have met so many talented students here today, and that we will never forget. And we're all surprised at our accomplishments. And we all left no pebbles unturned until all our work was finished. And we did our very best. And if it wasn't, we just did it over until it was done right. First, but most, which was very important, was don't listen to others that can't tell you that you're wasting your time on education, because it is about knowledge, it's about wisdom. I thank you, Adult Education Program, for making this the way that it is for all of us. Once again, Dr. Mendel, we thank you for your service, for your help. You're going to be greatly missed, because I know, we all know that you're going to be retiring at the end of the year. Mr. Stringer, Victor Stringer, our principal, he'll be retiring too at the end of the year. We need to thank him too. You are such a great help for all of the students here, and you will be greatly missed. I would like to thank my mom most of all for all the help. I know I was a lot grumpy a lot of nights having to do my homework. It wasn't easy. Instead of watching a movie with Mom or doing something that we normally would do, I'd say, shh, I got homework to do, Mom. It's got to get done. Or my fellow workers, co-workers, I'd be grumpy. But then I'd apologize after, and they knew me. They knew my spirit. So it wouldn't surprise me if I won the Spirit Award. A lot have known me on the inside out. I would like to thank my dad, who cannot be here. He inspired me in many ways. And he passed with cancer years ago. Instead of moving with the grief that most people do, I put it in a better way, towards better things. I took everything that he taught me, and that's what's brought me here today. I thank my fellow classmates for helping me with my PowerPoint. It was the best. I thank you. Most of all, I want to tell everyone here, be careful going home, because I know it is a celebration night, and make sure that you're safe. And thank you.
Our final student speaker is Brittany Samantha Hall from our Credit Diploma program at E.O. Smith.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As I stand here graduating, it's so easy to remember the fear I felt as I entered this program. The first face I met was Mr. Peter McCary, who reassured me I would be okay. As a mom, I always dreamt of walking across the stage, looking into the audience, and seeing my son's Jasper's face as I received my diploma. Little did I know how many truly amazing people I would meet. Some students would say, they are just teachers. I would nod my head in agreement. They are just that, teachers. Teachers of academics, teachers of life lessons, and teachers of wisdom. As I was growing, I watched one of my teachers grow too. Miss Rachel Kerner grew into a beautiful mother. Baby Michael, you are so lucky to have such an inspirational mom. Miss Sarah Smith, you have encouraged me so much, even when I was more than frustrated. Miss Sandra Papalardo, she deserves the credit for me being able to write this speech. She showed me that all I had to say could be written on paper. Even more than that, she gave me great knowledge. After all, knowledge is power. That is the greatest gift I could receive. Thank you so much, Miss Kyla Ryle, now known as Carla Brown, Miss Suzanne Desjolais, and so many more who made this possible. Yes, it was my work, but it was your encouragement and inspiration that kept me going. As I enter college this fall in preparation for pre-med, I will remember I walked a greater battle. I will enter an optimist, for I know teachers are more than just teachers. Firstly, thank you, Mike, my dad, for always being there and doing all you have done. Thank you, Nana and Papa, for unconditional love. Nana always said I entered the back to get to the front. My Papa always told me I could do anything. Forgive me if I cry. Wyatt, Cage, Catherine, and Jasper, I hope this sets an example for your bright future. You all will go so far. Leah, thank you for being such a positive light in my life. Thank you, friends, for always telling me, just a little longer, you'll get there. Loretta, Devin, Michael, and Grandma, you deserve so much more than just a thank you. Lastly, thank you, my fiancé Quentin and son Jasper, for pushing me farther than I could push myself. I would not be able to do this without you, Quentin, and I love you and our son so very much. Fellow students, congratulations on this milestone. As we go from students to graduate, I wish you nothing but brightness, love, joy, happiness, success, and all the best in your future endeavors. We are truly blessed to have such an amazing, unbelievably amazing program. Thank you, Vernon Regional Adult-Based Education, Credit Diploma Program, staff members, students, audience, and those who put so much work into getting this ceremony ready. And also I'd like to congratulate our new citizens. Welcome to America, the land of freedom.
Our students teach us important things about life and that your dreams can always come true. And we appreciate that from you. At this point in time, I'd like to ask Dr. Conway and Mrs. Fisher to join me in recognizing our graduates. And tonight we also have the privilege of recognizing some of our new United States citizens. Mr. Tom Allen will announce the names of our recipients and their programs.
Good evening. For family and friends that would like to take a picture of your graduate receiving his or her diploma, please feel free to come forward and do so. But then we ask that you return to your seat so that others have the same opportunity. Thank you for your cooperation. Citizenship recipients and the GED recipients, please stand, turn to your right, and proceed to the back of the stage. First, the citizenship recipients. Fatima D. Oliveira. Fatima Almeida. Michelle Mahab Tiki. And now the GED recipients. Jessica Marie Ash. Aslam. Rehan Aslam. Clarissa Leanna Colon. Heather Nicole Miller. Would the credit diploma recipients please stand, turn to your left, and proceed to the back of the stage? From E.O. Smith High School, Brittany Samantha Jo Hall. From Griswold High School, Stephen A. Levitz. From Rockville High School, Rose Marie Bonaducci. Romeo Smith High School, Cheyenne Marie Walsh. From Rockville High School, Nakara Imani Carrington Foreman.
Did you get it? I got a picture. Wait. Hold up, my phone. Hurry up. I'm sorry.
Sabrina Marie Gregory.
Look here. Look over here. Got your ice cream?
Crystal Fremont. Kendra Vasquez. Lindsay Walsh. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2015.
Before I ask the graduates to move their tassel from right to left, I'd like to invite all of you to have a little refreshment outside the auditorium. And at this point, I would like everyone to stand and graduates to move your tassel from your right side to your left.